Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Thursday to you. Another day that we were blessed to see. Okay, that wasn't promised to us. We'll give it a couple of minutes. As you guys know, I can ramble on, but we'll give it a couple of minutes for those of you who are watching, who are wanting to watch us live to come on in. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We are going to get started on today. And we're just giving it a couple of minutes for people to come on in. Today, we are going to talk about free and inexpensive online tools to help jumpstart your business. So, if you are a business owner, or if you are an aspiring business owner, we are going to give you some very information that you can use, okay, upon starting your business. All right. So my name is Kimber. I am your passive income diva. I assist new and inspiring business owners not only to build additional income streams in their business, but also I am a biz builder, right? And I help new and inspiring business owners get on the right track to having a successful business. I help you I put you on the yellow brick road, right? So that you can go ahead and have a successful blueprint for your business. So thank you so very much for joining us to get again on this Thursday night, which is pretty much our Friday for the show. This is Quarantine and Me. And basically the concept of Quarantine and Me is, during this pandemic, so many people are losing their jobs. Jobs have been furloughed. People are being laid off, however you want to say it. And so now is the time. There is no better time than now to get it together, get those ideas together, put those ideas together, expound, brainstorm, and do what it is you need to do in order to start your business. And so that's why we created Quarantine and Me, so that we can give you tips and tricks on getting your business started, how to make your first sale, getting marketing tips on how to create engagement, something you should post, everything in between, right? And so again, thank you guys so much for joining. If you are watching us live, go ahead and put your name in the comments and where you're watching from. All right. And then those of you who are watching the replay, we certainly appreciate you watching us. And we ask that you put hashtag replay in the comments along with your name and where you are watching from. And do me a favor, because I know that you know someone who can use this information. Share the broadcast, right? We know somebody who's starting a business. We know somebody who needs help and have questions. So go ahead, click on the share button and go ahead and share the broadcast. I would certainly appreciate it. And if you have questions you would like to ask concerning your business, click on the link that's scrolling at the bottom. That's bit.ly/quarantine and me. Again, that's bit.ly/quarantine and me. Once you click on the link, that will take you to our forms, right? And then you fill out the forms, a little background about your business. We will in turn do our research, okay? And then we will bring you on to have a very candid conversation. But if that's something that you don't want to do, you can still fill out the form, right? Because we do have what is known as a question and answer session. And so we do that session, at least try to do it at least once every 2 weeks, because we compile a list of questions that are usually asked on a daily basis. And so what we do is we compile that list, and then we have a show that is dedicated to answering those burning questions that you may have concerning your business. So definitely feel free to do that as well. Just let us know you don't wish to come on live. You just wish to have your questions answered during a live broadcast. Also, if you are on a live broadcast and you have a question that comes to mind, always feel free to go ahead and comment in our comment section, and we will certainly stop what we're doing to answer your question. Okay. And so we have so many ways that can help you. All right. So definitely take advantage of getting the information. And today we are going to talk about free and inexpensive online business tools that will help you jumpstart your business. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that link in the comments, okay? Because we do have a form that's dedicated to tonight's show, right? So it's www.passiveprofits.com/resources. All right. And so you would click on that link and that will take you to everything we're going to be talking about on tonight. So what we're going to do is just kind of give you the type of software and different inexpensive tools, and we will tell you how you can get, to these tools. Okay. Also, don't forget that we also have a YouTube channel, and it's now called Network Savvy. We are in the process of rebranding our network, our YouTube channel, because we're trying to keep everything in one place, right? So those of you who want to watch, how to build your business, we also have a passive income series that was called The Morning Business Run with Kimbra. And we also have network marketing, sales funnel tools, right? We have a podcast on there as well. So we have a lot of good and valuable information that you can definitely use, right, going forward in your business. So we're trying to get that together, or whatever, but you can certainly go on over there to take a look around and see what it is that you can use. So let's get to it. Let me find it first. All right, here we go. And again, like I said earlier, the link is in the comments. For those of you who can go ahead and get this tools. And basically, I put together this kind of guide or resource guide. Is as some of you know, we talk very highly about lead magnets and getting a way to draw people that are in your audience, right? To build your target audience. And one of the very important things is lead magnet, which is something that is a free resource, right? That people can usually pay for, but you're giving it away for free. And it's basically compiled with information within your niche. So whatever your niche is, right? And in my niche is coaching businesses and building businesses. So I put together this lead magnet of resource tools that when you're building a business, it's hard to kind of find everything. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to look, but you know that you need these resources, right? You need resources like email, right? You need resources like, possibly a scheduler, right? If you are, offering a service. So, automation is probably one of the most lucrative parts of a business, because you can't answer 50 million questions at one time. But if you that can give you automation or whatever, right? Or if you have a website that you can send people to, that is pretty much what you need in order to run your business. Now, as your business grows, you may have to add on a little more expensive software so that things can begin to run smooth for you. And like we told you yesterday, you might have to hire, team members in order to help your business run smooth. But of course, in the beginning, we all start with a low budget, right? We just have an idea and we're ready to get out there, right? But there's a certain amount of research that needs to be done on things that can help you in this online space. All right. And it's more than just putting together a website. Okay. As you grow, as your business grows and as your customers come, you want to be able to put them in a space where you can communicate with them. All right. And now with Facebook having all of the rules and different things. I was just in one of the groups today, and literally you can't post anything, right? And they may take my video down for even saying that, right? But you can't post anything nowadays pertaining to your business. So that means you need to have a space where your people can go, right? So that you can communicate with them. So we're not saying to leave Facebook. We're saying to get your customer from Facebook to get their, email information or text information so that you can be able to communicate with them off of Facebook. All right. And so basically, these online tools will help you to do that. Let me just make sure we don't have anyone in the comments here. Okay. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is probably one of the most important things, that you would not necessarily need, right? But we know that 95% of business owners, whether it's a product or service, have this, and this is a website, right? What is a website? A website is basically a housing for your product or services. And when I say that, what I mean is when you're telling somebody what it is you do, or if you're telling somebody what it is you're selling, the next question that comes from a potential customer would be, do you have a website? Right? Because they want to see what all you're selling, what it looks like, a picture of it. For those of you who may provide a service, they want to see exactly a portfolio of what the service look like, maybe some reviews and different things like that, right? And so basically, that is why it is important to have a website. Now, do you need a website in order to make money? No, you don't. Right. But it also takes a certain skill, all right, to do that. Right. And it takes you really focusing on building an audience before you start to sell anything. So when you build the audience, that means you can sell something and not use your website. An example would be my clothing, right? I do have a website, but I rarely send people to the website, right? Because I'm always posting I'm always posting and, engaging and doing different things with my audience. And, we're seeing customer reviews, we're seeing pictures of people with the product, right? So that gains trust of new customers, right? So that new customer won't have a problem with not formally going to my website to purchase the items, right? Now, am I suggesting everybody do that? No. Again, there's an art to it. And you really have to focus on building your audience, building that trust, you understand, and having a very good product. All right, because your product will have to speak for itself. The clothes that I sell for plus size women speak for themselves. Okay. Number one, because, I like to think that I dress pretty nice, right? I present myself pretty nice. So, and that's what kind of like an influencer does, right? They look a certain way. So people are apt to listen to them when they suggest something, right? So people tend to listen to me when I suggest something that'll make the plus size woman feel and look nice, right? And so there you go. And so that is why I am able to, not really lean on my website to sell my items, right? But if you aren't there, again, it is very beneficial to you to have a website so that you can have all of your products and services just kind of laid out, right? Because, most people want to see a website. And a lot of times it can deter a future customer if you don't have a website, because it tells them a couple things. You may not be serious about your business. Okay. So, you definitely want to make it your business to create a website. And some of the things that I definitely suggest on a website, you have websites like Wix, which is a free website builder. And, those of you who aren't starting off with any money or anything, can use Wix for free, right? The only thing is they leave their branding on the website until you actually pay a monthly fee, which is not a lot of money. Okay. I think it's less than $20 if you're doing the basic e-commerce plan. Okay. Or at least that's what it was when last I really looked into it. It could have gone up with, all the online stuff now. But yeah, you definitely want to check that out. Now, you have Wix, you have places like Squarespace. And Squarespace is a good, popular website builder. A lot of the top gurus and influencers have used Squarespace, right? I never particularly personally liked Squarespace. I thought they were a little harder than something like Wix. But you have a lot of influencers that like Squarespace, right? And also you can use places, again, you can use places like, let's say we said Wix, Squarespace. You have places like GoDaddy, where they have website builders, right, for really cheap every month. All right. And then some of the website builders give you a free domain. If you buy a premium package or whatever, and you get a free domain with them, possibly some type of email or whatever. Okay, I personally go with Namecheap, right? Because my website that I just paid $2,000 to have built is only costing me $3.88 a month for hosting. Right. So, you can definitely pay a bare minimum and build your website. And you don't necessarily have to get other people to build it for you, right? Because they have website builders like WordPress, where you can you can create it yourself and add the different plugins for like WooCommerce and different places that have the e-commerce. And you can do this for free. You don't have to pay, all of this big money in order to have a website. Okay. Now, one of the software tools that I suggest as well is ClickFunnels. And not everybody is really savvy about, website like ClickFunnels, but they also build websites, right? And a lot of times when you think of places like ClickFunnels, you think of like just kind of sales funnels or landing page, but they have actually the ability for websites to be created as well. Actually, my Kimbra website is on ClickFunnels as well. So that is definitely something that I would suggest as well. All right, let me just make sure we are good. All right, just needed to make sure we're good and nobody were in the comments. All right. And so you want to look at website builders, with those type of tools. You want to look and see what's best for you in order to build your website. Okay. Again, you don't need a whole bunch of money to build a website. You really don't. You don't need a whole bunch of money. All you need is, some nice photos of your product, right? Post them, paste them on your website just to show the people this is what I have to offer, right? And then you can go somewhere like PayPal, right? And get a free account on PayPal, or you can go to square.com, right? Where you can sign up for Square, and the only time you'll be charged with either PayPal or Square is when there is a transaction, right? There's no monthly fees associated with using those checkout systems, all right? So that's definitely something that you definitely want to check out. And now the good thing about PayPal is PayPal, if you open it as a business account, which it is free, right? If you open it as a business account, you have what is called buyer protection. All right. And not only buyer protection, seller protection as well. Right. So, those times that you thought you've been scammed and people took your money or whatever, you can go right to PayPal. Okay. And as long as you're buying through your business account, right, you basically are buying that protection as well. So, you can always dispute a transaction if you didn't get your items from a seller, or if a buyer, I don't know what, whichever way it goes, right? And you can go ahead and dispute that. And even if they can't retrieve that money back from the seller who supposedly scammed you, they will give you back the money themselves. All right. So they stand behind their buyer protection. Square also has a dispute department where if you feel like you were being scammed or you didn't get your products as a consumer, right, or even as a seller, right, because I was in a situation very recently, and thank God, we have receipts where a customer actually got her item, and for the life of me, I don't know if she didn't like it or whatever, but she called her bank and tried to get the item reversed. So luckily we had the tracking information. We showed that it was delivered, right, and everything. And so although it took literally 90 days or a little over 90 days, I was able to get my money they had snatched out of my account, right? Okay, and so same thing happened with Stripe. And see, you guys, this is something that you have to be aware of. As your business grows, you will get customers that will try to pull a fast one on you, right? I stand behind my products, right? I have reviews. I have customers that are repeat customers. So I know that I run my business with integrity. But every now and then, you will get someone that will say, well, they didn't authorize a transaction after you had already sent them the items. Okay. And, one of the transactions was like for over $100. And this lady, she said she didn't get her items. And a lot of times, if you've been in this situation before, a lot of times your bank side with you, the customer. So I just knew I was going to lose that $100. But lo and behold, Stripe, they hit me up. I sent them all my information, sent them the tracking and everything to show them that the items were shipped out to the customer. And, I was so shocked when they hit me back and said that, it was decided in my favor. I was really shocked. Okay. But again, as long as you have your receipts and you have the information, then most of the time it will go in your favor. But I have to be honest, even if you are telling the truth, sometimes it won't go in your favor. But you want to be able, as a business, you want to be able to have that protection. And again, there's no monthly fees, right? There's no monthly fees. But if you have a business, meaning you give them a tax ID number, right, and you sign your business up under the PayPal account, then, and you use the business part of the transactions, right, the checkout, where they take fees out of it per transaction, and then it's like you're buying that protection as well. Okay. And I really suggest that. A lot of people speak against PayPal, but I'm telling you, PayPal protects you. I've been with PayPal 20 years. 20 years I've been with them. And yes, I had some bumps in the road because, again, I was there when PayPal first started. So yes, we had a lot of bump in the road now, but it's smooth sailing. When I first started with PayPal, it took 10 business days to get money to be transferred into your account. Now I can get it within seconds, not even minutes. Okay, so they're ever evolving to make sure that you as a business owner are protected. Okay, and that you get your money at the same time. All right. And so we'll leave that there because there's so much more as you grow as a business. But we're talking to new and inspiring businesses. OK, so that's that. We talked about getting your website. We gave you some information on getting your website. We talked about, software, checkout software, right? PayPal and Square are ones that we definitely suggest. Now, I also use my Cash App, but again, I sell sometimes without my website. So what I do is I have them send that money on over to Cash App, and then we ship out the items, right? But again, everybody can't do that. If you can't focus on building your audience and building that trust, and them getting to know you before you sell anything, then I would not try to sell anything without having some type of website where they can go and see your product. All right. Let me just double check some page. All right. I just want to have any questions. All right, so we gave you that. And so, yeah, and so in addition to that, you can use a landing page. Sometimes you just don't want to put together a website. Maybe you need to do something quick, right? And so you can put together a landing page, which is one page where someone can land on and get all the information about the product that you're selling, and they can go ahead and buy, right? They can go ahead because you can also connect your Square as well as your PayPal to the landing page, and they can buy right from there. Okay, so you can do that as well. Now, the good thing with landing pages is they have landing pages all over the place. So they don't have them in places on, just like ClickFunnels and Kartra and Onport, just to name a few that have landing pages. But when you create your email, or when you get an email autoresponder, they have free landing pages, right? So you can go right to your email autoresponder and create a landing page. And they have e-commerce landing pages. They have email landing pages, all types of landing pages that you need. And speaking of that, that's what we're going to talk about next is the email autoresponder, right? So why do we need an email autoresponder? As we were telling you earlier, that we want to be able to communicate with our customers outside of Facebook, right? And so once you get them as a customer, you want to be able to get their email address so that you can add them to your email autoresponder. So when you have, even if you just want to say hi, get to know them, send them, wish them well, send them good wishes, right? Also, you may be having a sale, right? We have Labor Day coming up next week, right? Next weekend. And so you may want to have a Labor Day sale, right? And so the first thing you would do, send an email out, because everybody may not see your Facebook post, although we're going to post it on Facebook as well. Okay, you want to be able to get that email address, because if anything, God forbid, happened to Facebook, right? Or you decide you just don't want to use Facebook anymore, you will have those customers. Okay, so it is very important. Even when I use Cash App, I still get everyone's email address. Okay, I get everyone's email address because I want to be able to contact them through email. All right. And so a couple of the email responders that I do suggest that I have on my guide is, one of them is ConvertKit, right? I think ConvertKit is probably one of the top 5% of email responders because it has so many different features, right? And so we're going to touch on some of the other features that they have. Again, landing page is one of them, which is very, very important. They have tag options where if there is a customer that comes into your list and you want them on more than one list, you can tag them, right, for each list. Okay, so say if you have a customer who you automatically get their email after they buy a product, right? But you also want to tag them into some courses that you have coming, right? So you want to put them on that list as well, because what you must remember is everybody doesn't need to go on every list. Some people just want to buy and be done. But other people, they're interested in maybe your, other products that you may have, or your other services that you may have, right? And so with the email autoresponders, you will be able to tag the person for different lists. Okay. And in saying that, you can create different lists on your email responder. One list can be for new customers. Another list can be for old customers. Then you can have a reward list or whatever, okay? So the sky's the limit, right? I have a CBD list. I have passive income list. I have business building lists, right? So I keep those people, excuse me, I keep those lists separate. So if I want to send a message pertaining to passive income, I'll send it to the people that are interested in passive income, right? Okay. And so that's how you kind of stay organized. And that's how you keep people from, unsubscribing because they're receiving information they really don't want. Okay. And we'll certainly get more into depth on email at a later date. Okay. Another one is Aweber. Aweber is one of the ones that I use. Both ConvertKit and Aweber gives you a free 30-day trial. Okay, they give you a free, also Get Response. They give you a free 30-day trial, so they give you time to, ConvertKit is a 14-day. I know Aweber is a 30-day. And Get Response, I believe, is a 30-day as well. But all of that information is on the guide that we're giving you tonight. Okay. And so they give you time to kind of try it out, see if you like it. And then if you do like it, you will continue and pay for a package, right? And if you don't like it, then you're not obligated, right? And so for your business, I would suggest either ConvertKit, Aweber, or Get Response. Now, you have those out there like MailChimp. But one thing I'm going to tell you about MailChimp, I would not suggest it for your business because they can be a little funny. I remember once, because I've been using MailChimp for years, and I remember I was having a big sale, and they put me on restriction. And this was during the time where I was selling my intimate toys, my sex toys, the adult toys, right? And so MailChimp was one of the ones that didn't mind, those kind of subjects or whatever to go out. And then I was going to have a big sale. Then they put me on restriction. And to this day, they still have me on restriction, right? And it's been literally a year. At first, they said they was going to take me off at a certain date, and then unless you're a paying subscriber, you can't even get in touch with customer service, right? So it was just a lot of restrictions, and it was like, you know what? I'm not going to pay for this. I'll just go somewhere else, start fresh and new, and, pay them and then just kind of proceed forward. All right. So you definitely want to be careful. I no longer do the adult toys or whatever. So that I don't have to worry about. But if you are in that type of business, you can certainly email me or inbox me. I do have resources where you can go and build a website, or you can go and, email or use the email for those types of products and not get shut down. Okay, because places like Bluehost and HostGator and all of those, they're not trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. And they call it pornography, although it's not pornography, but it's in the category. Okay, and so it's unacceptable to them. All right, so if you are in that type of business, definitely feel free to let me know. And we're going to talk about just a few more of these because we're definitely going over our time. Let's see. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, we can certainly finish this on Monday because I really want to talk about some of the other things that are listed on here and really kind of give you an explanation. So again, go ahead and grab the resource guide. The link is in the comments, so you can take a look at that, maybe get started, check on some things that you might be able to use. But what we'll do is when we come back on Monday, we will finish out and give you some, some explanations and some whys you should use this and different things for this particular guide. Once again, you guys, I really appreciate. We are down yet another week. We have so much content. So please don't forget to go to our business page, Generate Passive Income with Kimbra. Again, that's Generate Passive Income with Kimbra. Be sure to like our page, right? That is our main page where we broadcast from. So you guys can get all the videos, our entire video library over there. Right now, it's about 50 videos that we have over there. So it's a lot of information to sift through, okay? Also, please, if you can, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have even more information over there as well. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week, same time, same place with more content. Take care, you guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.